Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well.
So today we begin with a new lesson in bio, and that is tissues. Now, in order to understand tissues, children, it is necessary that we begin with the smallest unit that combines to form the tissue. So cell, you have heard of this term before, children. Cells are the structural and functional unit of any organism. So that structural and functional unit, children, when they group together, depending upon some common function and origin, they form what is known as a tissue. So what is a tissue? Let's see. A group of similar cells that perform a common function and have a common origin is called a tissue. Tissues can be of two types, children. They can be a plant tissue or they can be an animal tissue. Now, the tissues that are found in a plant body are the plant tissues, and the tissues that are found in animal bodies are known as the animal tissues. Now, this tissue, children, one more term you should know over here. The study of tissues is known as histology. Okay. Now, the plant tissue, we begin today with plant tissue, children. So, the plant tissues are further divided into two, which is the meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. Now, meristematic and permanent tissue, there is one difference between the two. That meristematic tissues are those tissues, children, which are formed of such cells that have the capacity to divide. And when they have the capacity to divide, they form new cells. But a permanent tissue is a tissue which do not divide further. That means they have lost the power of division. So such tissues which will not divide further are known as permanent tissues. Cells are capable of rapid cell division and have totipotency, that is, the cells are capable of giving rise to the other different types of cells. So that means from the parent cell, the daughter cells are made, and the daughter cells again divide to further form the smaller cells. So that way, the cell division goes on, which makes the growth happen in a organism. We begin with meristematic tissues. Now, meristematic tissues contains thin-walled, undifferentiated and actively dividing cells. Now, the cells that are forming the meristematic tissue, children, those cells have a very thin wall. They are not divided and they actively divide to form the other cells. They are found in that zone of the plant where the growth takes place. Now, where the growth in a plant takes place, meristematic tissues are found in those areas. Meristematic cells give rise to various organs of the plant and help in the growth of a plant. Nature, cells of the meristems that divide continuously and help in increasing the length as well as the girth. Now, girth is actually the width of the plant. So, these meristematic cells also help in increasing the length of the plant as well as they help in increasing the width of the plant. Meristematics show the following characteristics. Now, what are the characteristics that are generally seen in these cells? The cells of this meristematic tissue are all similar in structure. Now, children, right now I told you that in a tissue, the cells of the same structure and function come together to form the tissue. So that way, the cells of meristematic tissue have the same structure and they have a very thin cellulose cell wall. The cell wall contains cellulose in them. The meristematic cells can be spherical, oval, polygonal or rectangular in shape. That means they can have a variety of shape. The meristematic cells are compactly arranged and do not contain any intercellular spaces. Now, compactly arranged means, children, they are joined cell to cell and they don't leave any space between the cells. Intercellular space means the space between the cells. Each meristematic cell will contain a dense and abundant cytoplasm. Now, there is a lot of cytoplasm that is present in the meristematic cell. And they also contain a nucleus. Now, you know, nucleus is the most important part of a cell because it acts as the organelle that controls all the functioning of the particular cell. Location means where you will find them in a plant body. Meristematic tissues are the growth tissues and therefore they are found in the growing regions of the plant. According to the position in the plant, they are apical, lateral and intercalary. Now, depending upon where these meristematic tissue are found in a plant, they can be apical, lateral or intercalary. Beginning with apical meristems, children, these are situated at the growing tips of the root, stem, branches, and when it is found in the growing tips of all these places, children, they help in elongation. That means they help in increasing the length of the root, stem and the branches. So it leads to elongation. Lateral meristems, these are found between the bark and the wood of the trees, and so it helps in increasing the thickness. That means it helps in increasing the girth of the stem. Now, intercalary, that is the last one, children. They are located at the base of the leaves or the internode. You know what is internode, children? The space between two nodes is known as internode. So these are located at the base of the leaves or in the internode. So that examples of it is the stem of the grasses, also above or below the nodes. Why? So that what will they do? They will help the organ to grow in length. Right? So the organs will also grow in the length. So these ways, these meristems are located at 3 places in a plant body so that the complete length as well as the girth of the plant body can be seen getting changed. Now look at the positions of them, children. Apical meristems, lateral meristem and the intercalary meristem. So this is how they are placed and they help in increasing the length and the width of a plant. Coming to the functions of the meristematic tissues, meristematic tissue will act as a parent tissue from which the other tissues will develop. You know, children, because they have the ability to divide. So when they are going to divide, they will act as a parent tissue. And from the parent tissue, the daughter tissues will be developed, the daughter cells will be developed. So they act as the parent. These tissues take part in the growth by forming or giving rise to the new cells. Now, when they are going to form the new cells, then what will happen? Right now, I told you the elongation of the length and the various parts of the plant body as well as the girth of the plant is going to change. With the help of meristems, plants continue to produce new leaves, branches of the stem, root, flowers, etc. So all with the help of the meristems only, all the various parts of a plant will keep on changing and producing a new set. New set of leaves, branches, stem, flowers, fruits is all taking place because of this meristematic tissue which is found in the plant.
I hope, children, after seeing the entire video and after listening to me very carefully, you have understood each and everything that I have tried to explain you. Now, if you have really understood the lesson well, don't forget to please subscribe, like and do share my videos with many of your friends so that they also are being helped by me, that is Mrs. D. Nandan. So, thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.